David for the booth. Conversations from a stoop. Let me introduce the host. They came to speak their truth. We all bringing heat. Ain't talk about no propane. First host is pure dope. That's why we call it cocaine. Next up is Punk. He gon' give you what you want. He don't stunt like a pack of Dutchess. He gon' keep it blunt. Sugar Montana. She hot as Louisiana. And she hold no punches. So please excuse the manners. We got big homie Suave. He pretty chill. When it come to the topics 100, he keep it real. The show get you in tune. The flow get you enthused. Producer of the pod. That's why they
Size
call
of the
me
ring that matter?
No, it's not.
Oh shit. Yes?
But for some reason, for some women, it is. Like,
let me tell you something. A man will see
you ain't on the pod today. You off camera.
get her all right.
Hey, Park don't play. He don't play.
Come on into our world. You know
Yeah, come on.
I'm in the world.
Come explain it. Come put some perspective on it for
I'm like y'all
us.
closed caption.
She a producer.
size
She
of
just
the ring
producing
matter.
things to talk about.
So does the size of the ring matter?
I don't think so.
No?
It better not.
Hey y'all.
What up?
What's up?
What up?
What's
We
good?
are here, episode 25.
2-5.
Man, deuce and a nickel.
Quarter century. We here.
Yes, sir.
We got Big Homie to my left here. Big Homie doing
What's
this
up?
thing.
What's up? Being smooth.
We got Punk to the right here. You know the vibes. And we have a new guest.
Ooh, ooh.
Bam, 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 bam.
Who is she? I can actually get that.
Killer Cam.
Killer
Killer
Cam.
Cam.
Killer Cam.
Killer Cam's a name.
Yeah,
Don't
embrace.
forget it. Get your ass killed. Hey, so what we? I
Killing
need. What we starting
Anyway,
about?
so, yeah, let's.
Come on, go ahead. Tell
What was the
Oh,
first
okay.
one?
Y'all want me to do
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
My
introduce
fault.
the time.
My fault, man. Let's
You got them on the whiteboard. You know,
Hey,
keep us organized.
hey, come on
dudes.
now,
Keep us organized.
keep my
dudes.
secrets.
Oh,
Keep
I'm
my secrets.
sorry.
My secrets.
You
bro.
telling all the
My
secrets.
fault.
All right.
My fault.
You just
cut that.
exposed the whole thing.
Right,
Yeah.
the whole show.
The whole
Come
operation.
on, man. No, so all right, so I was highly triggered this week, and we do discuss triggering topics. So we got to get into this trans Olympic swimmer that wins gold. I mean, is this right? What y'all think? How y'all feeling out here? Where we at in 2022?
No, it ain't right.
I think they should have their own competitive.
League.
Yeah.
What you think, Big Homie?
I mean, if he can make millions off of it, so be it.
All right, let's go. Go ahead.
Okay, so I think no, because we not even built the same one. So, but that also goes for the having their own league,
Right.
because it's transgenders that were women and then are men, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I still don't think they would have the same physicality as like a man.
Let them figure it out.
But it's like it's the same issue. Then you got men and women
No, it's not.
competing.
They both trans.
You got men and women
No,
competing.
They not men or women no more. They trans.
But I mean, the trans say that I
But
was
they
a man and now I'm a woman. They identify as a man or a woman.
Right.
So you still got them competing against each other.
I just saw a post that said a trans girl is a girl.
That's
So-
how they feel.
To that person, they can feel whatever they want to feel, but
But we supposed to be living in this. We're supposed to be living in this society that's more accepting of those.
I ain't
Changes-
got no problem with them. But
You don't have to have a problem. You don't have to have a problem with them, but like they want you to accept that they are women. They want to be addressed as women. So
Is it fair that he got to compete and win the gold?
No.
No.
They said that he slowed down towards the end
If
of the
you have to-
race just so he wouldn't break the world record.
if you have to pull your skill set back, that to me, that's not fair. And I also saw something that was like a man was talking about how he has 2 daughters and he doesn't know how to explain to his daughter, this person can say that they're a woman, but they still are competing with you, and you just have to be. He doesn't know how to tell his daughter that that's fair. Because it's not.
So, big homie, you think it's fair? Can you elaborate on your stance here?
At the end of the day, if people say accept it, who am I to tell them no? You know what I'm saying? If they see no wrong with it, let that man break.
But
all
a lot
the
of people see. You saying the people that control,
that
control
do
the
the
Olympics.
judging and everything. If that's what it is,
But really, I think what I feel like part of what you're trying to say is the world accepting this and saying that they can identify as that you can be this and everybody should be okay with it. So don't get mad when they
dominate the sport.
Yeah, because you're telling us to accept that.
And then when I
Accept them
accept
for
it,
who they say they are or want to be, and now when it's accepted,
I look funny because I'm saying, "Oh, cool, let them do it." Now I'm weird.
But you know what's also interesting? I don't know if anybody paid attention to the Olympics like I was, but there was a woman who was competing. I think it was for like one of the track and field events, and they wouldn't let her. They were not going to let her
I seen
compete
it.
because they thought she was male
She
like
had
in
too much
characteristics.
testosterone.
So if you saying leave it up to the
Where's
people
my
that do
phone?
the judging, then they don't know what's going on either. They can't make heads or tails of it either. So if you would pull her out because you think she got too much testosterone, why
So
That had nothing
they
to do with-
didn't let that woman compete.
No,
What would you say that didn't have to do with? What?
that didn't have to do with her having too much testosterone. It was a racial issue. She was too good and she was too African American at the same
but
time.
not African American. She
Oh,
was
yeah.
from another country.
Yeah.
She was from.
She was black.
She was right.
She was darker. Yeah, darker colored. So that played a part in their decision.
Nah, that's how I felt. But the fact that that's the explanation y'all gave was her testosterone levels were
Yeah,
not
then,
normal
then they let
for
she
a
man.
woman. But you let a known born male
He
compete.
was 6'4". Did y'all know he was 6'4"?
he looked
So he was like Michael Phelps.
yeah.
But he was 462, I think they said, in the men's.
Mm-hmm.
But you number one in women. Ah, okay.
Could this ruin women's sports?
Yes, it could.
Yeah.
Or it could. Oh wait, no, I take that back. People would be excited to see somebody the size of LeBron James, 360 windmill in women's basketball.
Yeah, that's kind of what Lil Boosie said. Like they gonna be grooming people to be 7 feet, and then say, "Oh, I want to be a woman." Now you just dunking on everybody in the WNBA.
Right.
Yeah, people gonna pay millions to see that. It's like Joanna
I'm
Man.
not paying to
Right.
see that shit.
It was like Joanna
I am
Man.
not paying
It
to
was-
I think
see
it's some people who
one
would pay
person
for it.
dominate, and
It
then
ain't
I
gonna
know
be in 10,
and I
15
know that
years. It ain't
they're-
gonna be one person.
But the first person,
Well, then that means this is going to even out. But is that going to like take all the spots away from
I think-
natural born
Yes.
women?
Yes.
Probably.
What's going to end up
Yes.
happening is they're going to find some way to make it one big unisex competition.
But you can't do that because they don't want natural men competing against natural women. So you can't make that one thing. Like it's just
Right,
not gonna
because then
happen
it's
like
just
that.
going to be all men.
probably.
That's why they got the women's league.
Right.
So they don't feel like they can't do it, be excluded. That's why they need not to let
Men in women's
compete
sport.
in women's
I don't
sports.
think that. I
Imagine-
think it's some woman somewhere who would see that, like, oh, it's men in here. Come in here and show all these dudes how we do it. Like,
But sports is
I
based
agree with
off.
that. I agree
But
with that.
sports is based mainly off physicality, and physically, I don't think a woman can keep up with a man. Just not trying to sound bad, but you know.
Yeah, you
Naturally,
talking
y'all not built
biologically.
to do that.
So imagine a 6'8" woman joining man joining women's softball. What'd you think his home run record would be?
I mean,
No, I'm
even,
being honest
even
though.
with stuff like you saying not physically, like weightlifting, they got women competitions for bodybuilding, weightlifting. Imagine the women's competition, and then you got a man in there, and he lifting 300 pounds more than the woman
I'ma
would
invest.
be. What do what do
So
y'all
what?
do at that point?
I'ma invest in transgender people in women's sports.
he's going to suddenly support it a lot more.
Yeah.
But how do y'all feel about that? Like, would you feel slighted?
Yeah, a little bit. Because it's like everything in the world is for men. That's what it feels like. Business.
Whoa.
Let me finish. Let me
Wait.
finish.
I
Everything.
am. I want to take that in, so I know. I
Everything
got it
in
in
the
my
world
memory.
feels
what you
like
said.
it's a little bit easier. It would be just a little bit easier if you were a man. If you really think about it, when you're talking about business, you could get a lot farther as a man, whereas a woman, you would have to go through all these extra hoops just to prove that you're valid. It's the same in sports. You have to work a lot harder to get the same recognition that a man would get, and he just, I just go out there and throw him. It's cake. Like, you have, as a woman, you have to train and you have to work a lot harder.
Those your two things. I'm trying to get. You said everything. I'm just trying to figure out
Yeah.
what things you come with. Okay. I was
Go ahead, punk the god.
First of all, in sports, you can't even do that because men and women ain't competing against each other. So you don't have to work harder than a man for anything because we in a different league. Why are you comparing yourself to the man? That he in the NBA, you in the WNBA. Why are you comparing your training to whatever training I go through? And you don't know how them men train. You
That's
saying
true.
harder, but that's harder to who? You don't know. LeBron James spent $1.3 million on his body every year. You know how much training and all that stuff he go through? You saying that's less than what a woman might have to do. I don't think that's fair to compare those two when it's like.
But
you
in
really
a
have no
sense,
way of
right now,
knowing.
we already are, because this is clear. This is a born man who has trained as a male swimmer, and then
He trained as a woman swimmer. He a woman. That's what they said. I ain't say it. That's what they said.
but we also just discussed that he had to like pull his speed back so that he wouldn't just shatter the record for women swimming,
should've
which
broke
means on some level
He should have.
they understood I have a advantage in this sport, and I have to take that back just a little bit so that I'm competing on the same level with these women.
So what makes you feel like any one of them trained any harder or less? Because he trained with the women, right? If he was on the women's team.
No, I think he trained with the men first, and then once he lost, he just kind of
Yeah,
joined
'cause
the-
he
Right. So
was-
when he joined the women, he trained with the women.
yeah.
But for
So
the
they trained the same.
for the most part, his training is as a male swimmer.
No, he's training with women. So the same things that the coach putting you through, he putting dude through. That's a serious question. Is it the same? You saying trained? If he trained, which he was on y'all team, I'm assuming he had to listen to the coach and do what the coaches wanted him to do.
I like her general statement though. She says it's a lot harder to be a woman out here than a man.
I agree with that. But I think the training was the same. If he's on that team, they have to train and do the same things. It's easier for him because he's a man. He's born with different physical features to make him stronger and stuff like that because of that's just nature. But the training was the same. I won't say anybody trained more or less. We don't know that.
We don't know that.
In all honesty, I think they should just let the transgenders go ahead and do it right now, and just watch how they dominate the shit to the point where
Oh no, that's what's gonna happen.
you should just let them do it and see how much they dominate.
They
and
let
then-
them do it.
They are.
They're in
they-
all the competitions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't
They
know.
No,
don't
they
really-
should. They should. I
They
don't know if
ain't gonna have no choice but to do it now. You just let one person do it. How you gonna
I
stop
just
another
seen
person?
they just signed to have his medal taken and given to the runner up.
They did a petition.
Yeah, like it
They
was
should.
like, somebody. I have to pull it up, but it
Who
was
did the Olympics? The Olympics ain't gonna do that though.
it was
uproar that'll
NCAA
cause?
though. It was
Oh,
I don't think
NCAA.
it was.
It was
He
the-
was
You know,
Olympic.
so the NCAA
Yeah,
did.
yeah, they took it back from him and gave it to the runner up.
Really?
I haven't
that's
seen
what
that.
I was saying.
That's
I seen
that's
that
gonna
today,
cause an issue. If
It's
they
already
really
a lot
did
of
that, it's gonna
issues
cause an
going on.
issue
though. With who?
with the NCAA.
No, I'm saying who is going to force the issue on the NCAA.
Transgenders.
The LGBTQI
Is that many of
community.
them?
Shit.
It's the whole gay community.
We just
they
talked
all
about they-
advocate
So they
for
all
each other.
support
Yes,
each
they
other.
all
Yes.
support each
Shit,
other.
we ain't got a chance.
Because you, once you just open that door, now they gonna feel like y'all
Right.
don't believe that they gonna be talking about equality. They gonna be talking about rights. Now you don't think I'm a woman. Now it's gonna be
And
a
they
big
already
ass
did this
deal.
fight, so they gonna come back and be like, "Well, y'all just said this. Now y'all
Let me
backpedaling
drink
because
this
a
drink.
couple people getting upset, and
And
now
done
we
had
upset
presidents
too."
signing laws for them and all type of shit. So they finna create an issue with that.
All right, well, they definitely gonna be at our head for this episode, but
No, such is life.
we can move on to the next joint.
What you got?
Let's do this because y'all wanted to talk pre-pod about this, so let's get y'all into it. So, Punk, you want to say your piece, or you want me to?
I mean, I don't try to be controversial. I just be, speaking my
yourself,
thoughts,
yeah.
my piece, shit I see in the world. But I posted like a list of requirements that women be putting on men. I'ma read it.
Yeah, let's pull it up, man.
Go ahead and read it.
It's like
Yeah,
a
read
list
this
of
list
shit.
verbatim,
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
so I can see
we
why
could
they
get
was
it-
getting on.
Yeah, see why they getting it.
Man,
I
that's
need
so-
all that information
And
before I
this-
just start going in.
It's so crazy.
Listen carefully.
Listen like real carefully. So I said, y'all want a man to take care of y'all, buy y'all flowers randomly, buy gifts randomly, pay for hair, nails, and toes, pick up your food, take your car to get serviced, and pay for it. Marry you, buy a house, cars, pay for trips, be a good guy, don't cheat, show you love all the time, plan date nights, run bath water, give foot rubs. Little funny part, have a six-pack. Did I lie anywhere?
No.
Okay. But what you doing for him? Are you putting out multiple times a week without him begging for it and the way he wants it? Are you cooking for him, sending him to the barbershop, giving him massages, rubbing his feet, showing him you paying attention to his wants and needs and making sure they are met? Seems fair, right? If not, maybe you should be single if you aren't already. I done got called a bitter woman. Negative. Somebody. It's just been a lot. Somebody
they
said
they sorry if your wife not doing
this, like if I need to pick better women, all type of stuff, right? But somebody said y'all want wives as servants. And I'm trying to figure out where in there was it a wife being a servant? And if it is, what's negative about it? Anything I say was negative about you doing that for your man.
You expect the equality.
That's what it is.
I don't think it's that. I think, well, first of all, I feel like that's could be triggering to a specific person. Like, yeah, that girl who does want everything under the sun, of course she's gonna get real upset that you're asking for things because
you ain't got to give shit.
to her, she might think that, like, yeah, you just supposed to take care of me. You in love with me. But that's a selfish person.
So you ain't in love with me. God. And
But
there lies
that is a certain type of woman. And yes, she does need to be single. But I think that, like, when you think about when I think about my relationship, there are certain things that I do for my man that I'm, like, not necessarily obligated to do, but I do them out of the fact that I love him. And there are certain things that feel like, okay, this is a little, like, over the line. Even if I do love you, like, I wouldn't normally do this for anybody else.
You ain't supposed to normally do it for nobody else. That's your man.
And I wouldn't do this in any other relationship, even if I love this man to the end of the earth. There are some things that I just kind of have to, like, put my foot down. And that's
Can you give us an example?
I
like-
need an example.
Because what
I
are you
do
standing
life
so
in-
hard on?
I do life
What
in
are you
jail
standing
for you.
so
You
hard
talking about
on?
I'm
Please.
just not
I'm
gone.
not
Well,
gonna do
I
life
just-
in jail for nobody.
I'll kill a nigga. I'm
Except
just
my
saying.
kids.
But
I don't specifically have any, like, recent examples that I've had where I just felt like, okay, that's kind of over the line. But I have friends that talk to dudes and it's like they do all this stuff for you, and then the expectation is, well, you're just supposed to drop everything and do this for me. That's the tone of the message. Like,
Is he
how you
dropping
saying
everything he needs to do for you?
He might be, but that, to me, that's kind of like
So
a
what-
personal choice.
But
Like,
what's wrong with expecting it back? I give what I want to be received. You know what
if
I'm saying?
you only giving gifts, then
No, not gifts. I'm saying
so
like
what I'm saying is, if you saying it's quid pro quo, I give you something, you give me something back, it's gonna be level. Like, if you giving me these gifts, then I'm gonna find some gift that matches what you paying, that matches
thought
the
y'all was the
sentiment. I might be the gift.
So then, this is what
He
you
trying to
Might
throw
be.
off.
That's on top. But I'm also going, if you buying me gifts and I'm that type of person where I match your energy, yeah, I am gonna buy you a gift that matches what you paid for something for me.
We ain't talked price though.
It doesn't matter. You could tell,
Exact- the
as a
price
woman,
don't
you
matter.
could tell what's an expensive gift and what's some cheap
Who
shit from
care about
Walmart.
this? You see how
Women.
I ain't say nothing about no expenses,
And
how much a
that's
gift
also
costs.
the thing.
All the
is
shit
women,
that with you,
when
with
you
a
making
woman.
these posts about these general things, but then you start listing specific stuff, women are already thinking about every single thing. Women are all that list you said, yeah, we thinking about that stuff, but I'm also thinking about how this one dude 3 years ago asked me for some money and then got
So now
mad
I
that I
gotta
didn't
pay
give
for
him
the
any
last
money.
nigga.
You might be.
man,
You should have got your closure from dude, cause I ain't got nothing to do with that.
what if you marry and she want the closure?
You should have got that closure from dude a long
Too bad,
time
so
ago.
sad.
So
He said what he
that
said.
was last time.
24.
Go check it out. Too far.
no, like none of that had nothing to do with a price
Killer
tag.
Cam, did you see anything wrong with the list of requirements?
Personally, I'm not one of those people that just like randomly comes in and is like, I'm ready to have sex. Like, let's just get into it. That's kind of like a big ask of me, because I got a life. I got shit going on after work. When I get off of work, the last thing I'm thinking about is if I'm gonna come in here and give you some head today. Like, that's the last thing on my mind. Especially if you also expected me to cook
So I
dinner.
ain't on your mind.
And we
Listen,
got
no.
no. I'm saying
A lot of women
it's a
is
lot
in
of stuff
that-
going
that-
on,
that
and it's
way.
a priority list. When I get off of work, I'm thinking about what's going on for dinner, where the kids at, if the kids is taken care of, if you emotionally okay and you could, do your thing over here.
Wait, who is
cool.
you? Who is you?
The
Your
dude.
man?
If you cool over
you
there
thought
right now,
if you thought about whether I'm emotionally okay, you probably thought about the fact that if I give him some, he'll be good.
but that's not on the
That ain't
priority
okay.
list.
So you weren't really thinking about whether he was
So-
emotionally okay.
So you
All
saying
right.
the guys not at
And
the top of the
also,
list?
having sex doesn't necessarily have to make you okay. I could have sex with this dude and he could still get up and be like, all right, I'm still depressed. Have a nice night.
It would have stopped his depression for the 15 minutes though.
For
He
15
might be-
minutes.
he might
And
be
then
going
after
through
that
the- he
high
might-
is over, you still gonna be walking out the place like, well, that didn't do shit for me after all.
No, the 15 minutes I was happy.
But what happens after that 15 minutes?
Who knows? But the 15 minutes I was happy.
See, that's
So-
also the thing. Y'all thinking about it in the moment. Like, right now, I could just go for this one thing right now. And I'm not,
'Cause
that's
it's gonna
not what's
make us
happening
feel-
right
It's gonna
now.
make them feel good.
Are
But
you?
even outside of the sex part, like the other parts of it, because all this stuff you talking about that puts everything else on your mind. What you think men deal with?
I'm sure men
But
deal with a lot.
But y'all still expect us to think about, babe, you want to go get your hair and nails done? Here you go. Your car need gas. Let me go fill that up before
need a
XYZ.
massage.
You need a massage. How was your day? You stressed out, but you ain't thought about none of that shit when it pertained to me. It's just like I have to think about all this other stuff. I get to you some point down there. But
If-
y'all want us to come in like, yeah, babe, how was your day? You good? You need something?
I feel
got
like
you.
that's a specific type of person that you're talking about. Not every woman is
No,
like
no,
that.
no. Not
Nothing is
every
absolute.
woman. Not every woman is like that. I'm not saying that.
But a lot of them.
But just thinking about those things that
Generally.
your man want, why does that make you a servant?
Because the tone is that I should stop what I'm doing. Like, everything else can wait. Do this right now.
Who said that?
You don't have to say it. It's implied.
That's how you
You
feel.
not a man living with a woman. When you like as a woman with my man, when he's ready to go, it's like that's it. It's time to go. I don't care about these dishes. I don't care about what's happening upstairs. I'm ready to go. It's tunnel vision. But I'm not in the same tunnel with you. Like I'm feel like
probably been waiting some days or something. Yeah, it's time to go.
And
so
sometimes,
you're speaking about sex
and
now.
sometimes, but other stuff.
Okay, I'm just getting with you so we can know what we're talking about. You speaking about sex,
but that works for everything else. Like if you like my dude, he'll be talking about his car, and now it's tunnel vision. He's only talking about cars. I haven't even said anything about my car, and then he just starts diverting into other stuff. Well, you need gas. You need an oil change. I'm not there with you. So if you decide, that's why I keep saying it's personal choice. If you decide to do that for me,
that's on you.
You just said
that's on you then.
You just said you wasn't thinking about it, right?
I'm not.
So
and it's
if I ain't decide
choice.
to do it for you, what the hell was gonna happen to your car without an oil change or gas or none of that?
At my house, it's gonna get done. It may not get done today.
Yeah,
but
by
it's gonna
him,
get done.
because you ain't even thinking about it.
And that's not even it either. If my car need gas and I get in it and it needs some gas, I don't know where he at. I'm gonna go get that gas. It don't even matter. If my car say it need an oil change and I'm here next to the oil place, I'm gonna go get it. And I'll call you and tell you later that I did it.
How often that happen?
It's happened once.
Exactly.
But that's because I don't get that opportunity to do that. I work from
because
home all the
he already
time.
thinking about you. He want to make sure those things are done.
The last time it happened, the last time I had to get an oil change was because I said something.
Because it was only once.
Well, I'm talking about the most recent time.
You said it was only once.
An oil change.
You said it was only once.
I didn't go take it the last time I went and got an oil change. So
he did.
Yes, but it was because I called him and said, "Hey, if you talking about driving my car this week, then it need an oil change. Just know it needs some oil in it. I can't go get it tomorrow."
So you knew it needed an oil change.
At least I gave him a heads up.
1,000 miles past oil change. Go ahead.
You know what? Actually, the light had just come on, so it wasn't even like I was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, my car ain't got no oil. It ain't got no gas. Have a nice week." No, I told him ahead of time. I got a full tank of gas. I ain't got no oil though.
They slick.
So on your post, I'm gonna have to agree with you that I don't feel like you said anything wrong.
I ain't think I said nothing wrong. I believe in reciprocation. So.
If it's like a 50-50 love situation, like I show you love, you should show me love, and it shouldn't be like a job. It kind of sounds like you make
make it like a job.
There is no relationship that is really truly 50-50 if you really think about it.
They should be 100-100.
Everybody,
no.
It's not
that
balanced.
is true. That is true.
It's always somebody in the relationship who takes on more, who does
it's
more.
It's a giver and a taker in a relationship.
Absolutely.
So what you saying is you want me to balance the relationship out, but let's say I reciprocate back to you what you want. I'm giving you the same energy. I'm paying for your haircuts and stuff like that. Eventually, on that 5th time when I say, "Oh babe, you need a haircut, here, take this money, go get your haircut," you gonna start looking at me crazy like, "Oh, you just trying to take care of me." I don't need to be taken care of. I'm an independent man.
I do need to be taken care of. In certain
You ain't heard no dude
ways.
say they independent man. You gonna cut it out.
Right.
If you gonna pay for a
I
haircut,
need
go
you to
ahead.
take care of me in certain. I don't mind you taking care of me in these ways, just like I'm gonna take care of you in these ways. That's why the list for men was like 15 things. The list for women was like 7. Because this all we really need. We don't need a whole lot. We don't need as much as we feel like we get y'all. We don't care. We gonna get y'all. But we need something.
Is servitude a bad thing?
The way they make it sound like shit. You want a servant. You want me to do this, that. Like, shit.
Killer Cam. Servitude.
Yeah, no, I don't.
You ain't right.
Well, I also have to take into account that I'm a different type of woman. I was just telling my boyfriend this morning. I couldn't be submissive even if I tried to. I couldn't just follow you around. One, because I don't like poor leadership.
Who
so
said I followed you? What?
just
I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't like. I couldn't just be like.
She about to get in trouble.
I already gave him this speech this morning, so if he gonna be mad, then
right, keep it general. You ain't talking about you. Talk about somebody.
But I'm just saying, like, if you want me to just do what you asking me to, or I'm just supposed to like take care of these things for you without you noticing. Like I couldn't be that person. I'm not that person. I was raised by strong women. All of my family is women. The men in my family are married in, and we're all strong, loud, independent, very, I can't even think of the word.
So
But
wait.
She don't need a man.
Being strong at all. Being strong and independent the way you saying. What does that have to do with you
But
doing
when you
stuff
get
for
into
me?
a relationship and you used to taking care of all of your stuff on your own, and then you have somebody that's trying to take what you had control over, they're trying to take that from you. Even if they're not saying I'm taking this from you, I'm doing this as a kindness for you. That still feels like you taking this thing that I had
So
control
your ass
over.
don't want no help.
I do want help, but I don't want.
How you want help? You don't want a man to be a
help,
man. You want him
but
to be what you want
I
him
want
to
to be able to tell you where I need the help. I don't want you to just assume I need help on everything, because I'm not incapable. I could do it.
Who said you was
And-
incapable? Letting a man take stuff off your shoulders don't make you incapable.
But if you've been doing this all
It
your
don't matter
for
what
as
you been
years
doing.
and years, and you've never had a man come over and say, "I'm gonna take your car and go get it serviced," you used to not having that, and so when somebody comes in, at first it might be cute, like, "Oh, babe, you care about me," but at some point it's like, okay, now you trying to just make
I'm
me,
trying to be
It's
a
a
man.
control. It's a control
right.
thing.
You trying to clear my plate so that I have time to do stuff for you.
Yes.
Buddy.
Yes.
And-
That's exactly
and-
like, why wouldn't I do that?
And I need some
Help
stuff
me,
on my
help
plate
me.
for me.
Yeah.
It's gonna
That's
be some
what I
stuff
was
on my
saying.
plate for me, but it's also gonna be some stuff for you. My
50-50.
plate, my
That's
plate.
what I
Yes,
said.
I'm helping
In
you.
a love relationship.
So
On
you
my
should be
plate,
able to
the
help
entree
me.
of things that I have is everything I want to take care of, and the stuff I'm doing for you is the sides. Like,
Oh yeah, you
Greens,
need to be single
cornbread.
for real. I ain't even a priority. I'm a damn side dish. Oh yeah, that's
sometimes the sides take priority in the meal too. They're the most important, like on Thanksgiving.
That mac and cheese be banging.
See,
Yeah, that's why side dudes and side chicks be taking up, because sometimes the sides. That is nah. You can't be doing that.
Killer Cam.
If he helping you, that give you more time to help him. That's how it's
50-50.
supposed to work. I lessen
50-50.
your load, you lessen my load. I help
sometimes
you,
the man's
you help
load
me.
is way more complicated to take on too.
It's simpler. What load you talking about that's complicated? Financially?
That could be one of them.
I'm asking you, what load a man got complicated?
Sometimes that emotional baggage that they have, that's hard. And I'm not gonna say
Emotional
all men,
baggage they
but
got.
some men come in and they want you to fix them. They may not say it, but they trying to
Everybody
get
broken.
you to help them take them to the next level.
You
That's
know-
complicated.
You just sat here and said, it might be some stuff I went through that I got to think about this and that, because this dude way back when did this, and you talking about emotional baggage or fixing somebody. What you think he doing?
That's complicated too. So if we both handling
Punk
each
gonna
other's
remember
complicated,
everything.
dirty laundry.
Yes, we helping each other. I help you with your complicated, dirty laundry, and you help me with mine.
But what if yours is more complicated? Because what if you the dude that got
Everything
5
a
baby
competition.
mamas and I gotta argue with her so that you could see your kids? That's complicated.
Why would you choose to do with 5 baby mamas?
But she's saying that you only clearing her plate just so she can
Put
serve
more on
you.
top of it.
You gonna say?
Yeah, you
She's
gonna-
saying you got an
Yeah,
agenda.
you
She's saying you
gonna-
got an
Focus on
agenda in
your
your
life.
shit.
Yes.
You gonna
Everybody
take-
got an agenda. You got an agenda getting into a relationship with me. I need somebody to provide, protect. I want to get married. I want to have kids. Everybody got an agenda in the relationship. Yes, we have agendas.
That's true.
It's part of the relationship. So what? Yes, if I'm helping you because I want these things, because if I don't help you with them, then you'll be able to say, oh, I gotta take care of this, and I ain't have time. So if I clear this, you should have time. What's wrong with that?
What you read?
Look like the comments.
Exactly. It's narcissist.
Oh,
So what they were saying in the comments to your post?
Oh yeah,
I got told
He
I was
said
a
they
bitter
called him a bitter woman.
That the post was negative. Seemed like I hate women. I got told I had an archaic way of thinking.
because he asked for things in return.
because that is.
But the person who said I had an archaic way of thinking said that men are required to provide and protect because white men put that on us hundreds of years ago. Is that not archaic? I'm trying to figure out how you address it. How you saying my thought is archaic, but you bring up hundreds of years ago and white men.
She's telling you that we wasn't providers and protectors
Before the white man. Right. Essentially, I mean, that's what it sounds like, but that's hundreds of years ago is archaic.
So
right?
we was bums before the white man.
We wasn't
then
kings and stuff, and taking but
Apparently, we still
those are some of the comments.
Well, I think the being called a bitter woman thing.
And what's with that?
I
Why
could
y'all
see
put
that.
such
Because
negativity on y'allselves?
I don't
Because why I
think-
wasn't a bitter man?
I think
I feel like women complain all the time, and y'all.
that's what it is. If you really
That's
think about
so
it,
y'all put that negativity on y'allself.
it's not that we putting it on ourselves. That's what's been put on us. If you really think about it, if you talking to a woman and she start going on this laundry list of things that she got a problem with, the first thing you're gonna think is, here she go again. Like, this is annoying.
See,
She
on my post where I said I had a
bitter.
problem, I never said I had a problem. I said y'all want all of this from men, but are you doing all of this? If not, be single or stay. I never said I had a problem. I was just giving a list of requirements for men and making sure that if you're asking for these requirements, are you doing these things for your man?
That's absurd that you would ask.
Man,
Like,
it's like shit. And I'm like the worst person in the world. Came off negative. I'm just terrible, I guess. Cause y'all, I feel like women don't really want the responsibility of having to do things for a man. Yeah, I got bullied. That's what happened. That's how I felt.
No, she's
You're-
saying that
you're-
that behavior is narcissistic and being a bully.
oh, okay. I thought she was calling you a bully.
She is calling me a bully.
She's
calling me a bully.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, so you
You
against them. Oh.
forcing expectations
Right.
on these on.
Am I?
That's you
So-
projecting them.
So they can project
think-
expectations on us,
But we can't.
I think in a way it's like you coming out the gate hot. I need a haircut. I need an outfit. I need you to rub my back
I
and
need
my
a $300 done.
And-
I need you to pay
right.
for this. And you better pay my rent if you ain't buying Birkin
Wait a
bags.
minute.
If
Some
you
girl
ain't,
came out the gate and asked you to pay her rent.
hell no. But the point is, the point
not ask
is,
me no shit.
that's what we see. I need an 8-figure nigga. That's my type.
Okay.
This is what we see
We
and
don't own the
hear.
rights to that music.
We
Hey,
don't.
we
But
don't.
I'm just saying, like, the requirements and expectations. I seen videos of if a guy take me on the first date, it better cost at least $200. And if you
right.
ain't got it, why you on the date?
Let's get into that. What's an acceptable amount to spend on the first date?
Whatever I feel like if I'm taking you out.
Right. My first date was real cheap.
Don't go
Under
crazy. Don't go in
$100.
there.
We went to a restaurant that had a 2-meal deal. Oh yeah,
Applebee's? Was it Applebee's? The
No.
2 for $20?
Don't
Chili's.
super
Chili's out here,
Don't be
Chili's,
smacking.
sorry.
I love them
But
chicken tenders.
I think it's a specific type. That's a specific type of person. I don't need you to ball out of control. That's not going to persuade me to be with you or not be with you. Like
so. What's gonna persuade you to be with a guy when you
your
first meet him?
personality. If you come in here and you act like you got
Good
some
answer.
sense, you're not a asshole out the gate. You a good listener. You not just pretending like you listening, and you actually here on the date. You not everywhere else. You could tell when somebody is physically here, but mentally they thinking about March Madness. Like
So I gotta be a nice guy coming out the gate.
you would expect some girl to be nice to you on the first date, right?
But you just said that whatever my expectations was, you want a haircut out the gate.
I don't
What you
think
mean?
it's too much to ask for somebody to not be a jerk on the first date, especially if I'm supposed to see you again. That's always gonna be what I'm gonna think of when I talk to you is, oh, you're a jerk, and I should just get ready to have an unpleasant interaction with you. If you come out the gate a jerk, that's your first impression. That's what I'm going to have as my thoughts when
I've
I see
always been
you.
called an asshole. I don't know. So it's-
And people who are usually assholes don't care. So it's like, yeah, I'm an
He
asshole,
don't care.
and I'm coming on this
So
day, and
you're
I'm
right
gonna
about
still
that.
be an asshole. And you just better have fun, and we'll keep
But
talking.
that ain't
Enjoy
me,
my
though.
presence.
Right.
That ain't even me though. I'm just saying
So-
I get called an asshole, but
Would you be mad if somebody take you to like say, well, not take you, but like first day they like, man, let's just get this Popeyes and chill. Popeyes,
is that even a date?
cause he like, you know,
Anything could be a date, honestly.
oh, that's a good
Talk
answer.
your shit. Go
That's a
talk
good
your
answer.
shit
Anything could be a
then.
date. I don't. You could say anything except for we gonna sit here and stare at each other. That's boring. I'm probably gonna cancel. But if
Netflix
you
and
got
chill.
right, if it's some
Nah.
kind of activity you want to come over and smoke and we having a good time, that's cool with me. That could be a date too.
But a first date, you don't have like no requirements
I
for
don't
a
have
first
no
date.
high expectations. I've been with some pretty whack people in the past,
Damn.
so the bar is like right.
So
in
you
the
got high expectations.
I hope y'all ain't
and they
watching.
wasn't and they wasn't meeting them. That's what you saying.
They're not watching. But I feel like at some point somebody has like what's the bottom of the date, and from there you just kind of want what's better than that. So the worst date that I've had was we literally sat in this dude's room and I looked at him and he looked at me awkwardly. That was our first date, and he just tried to talk to me and I was like, this is not the vibe. Like, we just
was
need to
like
try
14?
it again. No, I was 20. It was not that long ago. That was a date that I had with an ex. And so the next time, yeah.
Wait.
So you
wait,
so that shit didn't matter.
Wait.
All of that didn't
After the
matter.
first whack date,
But the next time I wanted it, like, I didn't have any expectation that time that I went. I was just like, whatever we do, it's going to be great because I'm going to get to meet this person and see how they are in person and how they are with their friends or whatever we
we on
doing.
live, Ju.
I'm just going to be able to get to experience them. And that experience was just like, man, it left a boring taste in my mouth. So the next time I needed it to be a little something. Like, we don't have to go to...
He must have stepped it up because y'all
But you,
ended
so
up
you
being
gave
together.
him another chance.
This is a different. Well, yeah, that person, I did give them a second chance. We went to breakfast for Valentine's Day, and it was a lot better. We had a lot. It was a lot more fun. Like, it wasn't expensive either. Like, we didn't go
But you
nowhere
ended up being in a
fancy.
relationship with him
Yeah,
after the first whack date.
but I was also
Keep shooting
20,
your shot,
and
fellas.
right,
One of them gonna
that
go in.
is that's gonna be somebody's inspiration to keep going. But then with the dude that I'm with now, our first date was. Where was our first date?
Oh shit, leave it alone.
Next time,
Next
baby.
time.
No,
I'm
it
about
was-
to
It
get in
No,
It
trouble.
wasn't.
no,
It's
no.
not anything
No,
that's gonna
don't.
get us in trouble.
Yeah, don't
It
do
was-
that.
You getting
it
in
was
trouble
super
because
You
remember,
already in trouble, Killer Cam.
we trying to help
You
you
done
out.
killed everything already. You killed it all. God damn it.
This ain't gonna be no surprise to him. He know who I am. We've been together for a while.
I'm glad. I'm glad. He must be a great guy. So let's move it on to this next one here. 38-year-old born again virgin. All right, let's get
Is
it.
that possible?
Once the hot dog bun split,
Okay. I met a 38-year-old virgin who wouldn't let me touch her until we were married. She was what I wanted in a mate, so we had a small wedding. Wedding night, her cat told me she wasn't a virgin. Her.
womp, womp, womp.
Her. I'm a born again virgin. My pure sister has been everywhere. Divorce? ?
Yeah, because that's a lie. You lied.
No, he told her born again virgin.
No, she
But-
told him.
She told him
at that
after,
moment,
after he smashed.
not before marriage.
She
Oh.
didn't say it beforehand.
That's-
I would
yeah,
be
that's why he
able to
said the
rock
cat
with
was
it
whack.
if she
Then
had
this
said it
was,
up
I'm a
front.
So
born
he threw a
again
hot
virgin.
dog down the hallway, and he. Oh yeah. Oh, you got some explaining to do. Yeah, this.
Really, what can she explain? I lied.
It's a lie.
And was it? The question is, was it bad?
Yeah,
'Cause
it
you
had
were-
to be. He knew she
The question
wasn't a
is
virgin.
divorce. That's the question.
And the
Divorce.
answer is for sure.
Really?
That's a lie. A lie
Really?
is a lie is a lie.
Well, what if
So
you
you
fell in
ain't
love
never
with the
been lied
person?
to.
What if you fell?
He
in-
didn't say he was in love with her.
He said
married
he said
her.
she was everything I wanted in a mate.
And he married her.
He said she was
You don't think
everything I
you gotta
wanted
be
in
in
a
love to
mate.
marry somebody?
I watch
He
a
better
lot
not
of
have married her just to get
I watch
some.
a lot of documentaries about people who
Did he-
get married because they love each other, but then they end up stealing each other's money, or somebody ends up dead.
Stop
So,
watching
no.
TV.
I'm at home all day with some kids. No, I need to break that up somehow.
So y'all, everybody's getting a divorce.
I don't know.
I'm not
know.
gonna say divorce off back, but you know, if it's kind of bad, I'm contemplating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you, but you lied and it's throwing the hot dog down the hallway. That might not be, you know.
I ain't gonna be satisfied.
you
I
know.
mean, how long? I mean, she said she was a born again virgin. I mean, that means you ain't had sex in a while, right?
She ain't had sex the whole time she was with him, so
That
But she
thing
also
should,
wasn't doing her Kegels, so she
Right, I
wasn't
mean, that's-
repairing it either.
that
Nah,
thing
she
She
should
wasn't
have
trying to
been.
bring it back
here's
to
the-
born
here's the
again
problem.
status.
Rejuvenate, yes.
No,
What's
here's the
going
issue.
on?
sometimes once you break that box, it ain't no going back. Everybody shit don't snap back. It just don't. It don't.
So she was fucking a porn star before she got.
Everybody's don't snap back, and it just is what
He
it
said
is.
she's been everywhere.
What that mean? What
I
does
don't
he mean
know.
by that?
I don't
He
know.
must have asked, and she told.
I feel like that was kind of like probably an assumption, because I don't think any woman who would come in and say
I
I'm a born
assumed he
again
was a
virgin would
virgin.
turn around
and say-
and be like, well, actually, I've been with everybody in the neighborhood. Yeah, how long have you had a vagina?
I haven't.
Right.
It's
exercises.
Say
to snap that thing back.
What you gotta say?
Everybody's don't snap back.
So vinegar bath
It's a
don't work.
muscle.
Everybody's
Yeah,
don't
better-
snap back.
You must be speaking from experience. You know somebody who's hasn't come back.
Everybody's don't snap back. It's just.
But did
is
they
what
do
it
what
is.
was required for it to snap back?
You know, some people muscles bigger than others, right? Some people shit looser than others. Obviously, everybody's just don't. It's everybody ain't born the same.
So
Interesting. So we got a divorce definitely from Killer Cam. Punk said he don't know.
I don't know.
I'm leaning into divorce.
You leaning
Because,
into
nah,
divorce.
You might.
I think my biggest issue would be like
What else you have?
you lied to me.
Yeah.
Right. That's
So
what
you
it's,
might be lying about other stuff, but on
Right.
top of that, like
But did
Why
she
did
lie?
you keep
But
this-
did she lie?
she said, she was a virgin.
Yeah.
It wasn't a virgin. That's
when
a
you
clear
think
lie.
about that word, you don't
That's
think,
a-
oh, it's gonna be loose.
that's a
like,
clear
you think
lie.
it's gonna be a certain way.
But was it
and
up to the man to ask some more questions? He just took.
No.
He just accepted
No,
it.
if you
huh?
say
I'm
you're a virgin,
then tell me I'm a born again virgin. That's two
That's
different
two
type
different-
of virgins.
Yeah.
yeah, you could have been honest in the beginning and said, I just practice celibacy because I don't want to whatever till I get married. Probably was scared the nigga was gonna leave you, whatever. But I would feel like you done did this with everybody else. Now you want me to wait.
So Punk, if you wait, let's say 2 years, and then you get it and it's whack, how would you feel about that?
I would be pissed. However, I don't know if I would leave. I'm pretty sure I got feelings, and like I'm pretty sure I love you if I done married you.
That doesn't sound 100%. I'm
I
pretty
ain't
sure.
100%.
This
I
coming
ain't
from the
a-
guy that said sex is 90% of the relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
So how the hell
I
you
ain't
don't know if
100%.
you
Like,
gonna leave?
but I would have had to test that thing anyway. I don't know because like she probably got all the other
Quality.
qualities and even sexually, like she might get me hella aroused or something. I don't
But
know. That's
the
tough.
bottom line of it is,
Did she
if
go to
you-
college?
So what if the answer is no?
Stop it.
Does she study?
Top of the
The
class.
bottom line is that the foundation of that is that you want to be able to trust and you want to be able
Not
to
in my book.
believe this person is. You could take them at their word.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Like you lied, and then the only reason you told me the truth is because basically
Right. She
I
had
figured it out, and you ain't
plenty
had
of
no choice.
opportunity to
Choice.
stop and be like, wait, let me clarify what I mean by I'm a virgin. Like,
So that means you might be lying about anything, and they gonna say nothing unless I catch you in it.
Is that not humanity?
Oh, that's tough.
I'm just being honest. Like, most people just gonna lie about it. It's rare people that just gonna tell you the real.
Yeah, that's true, but
Did Buddy just get married just so he can hit?
Probably.
For sure.
He fell in love. His intent. He
She
said,
probably
no.
said,
I mean-
"I'm not gonna give it to you until you put a ring on this
Hell
finger." And he
no.
said, "Oh,
He
well, if that's
stayed
all it
to
takes."
He said he in the post. He said we had a small we had a small wedding.
They got eloped
so
real quick.
This sound like that's exactly what that sounds like to me. We had a
They went
since
down to
I
the
couldn't touch
courthouse.
her, we had a small wedding and we did the thing.
nah,
So
He
is
had
that-
to expedite the
Yeah.
process in there, and then he got in the club and realized it ain't here.
y'all
No,
not finna be
everything
putting this
is-
negativity on my boy.
Everybody in here.
Y'all is not putting this
I'm out
negativity
there.
on my boy.
because some people go
He
to the
already
extreme
put it
to
on
get
himself.
the cat. You know,
Marriage though, you
Some
finna
people-
risk. You finna
been
risk
done.
half.
he probably ain't got shit. You could take half or not shit.
See, now we making too many assumptions about it. And I
I
ain't
love
putting that on my
assumptions.
boy. Y'all.
It's great.
I'm not putting that on
Because the
my
ones
boy.
that get married fast don't have shit, so he ain't got shit to lose.
If
I
you
got
really think
married,
about it,
like-
people in
No,
the
he wasn't
military
married
get
fast,
married really
but-
quick so that they can get the benefits of being married. So,
Yeah, I'm
How
saying
is
go
this any
both
different?
ways. Women get married fast just so because
Right.
they ain't got shit.
think about all those women that quickly marry old men for their will so they can get put in there real quick. It's the same scenario.
He just did it for pussy.
Right. It was tunnel vision. He saw the end and he was like, I'm going to get there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't.
And he got it. And
I
it
ain't
was a
putting that
Grand
on my
Canyon.
boy.
Your boy sound thirsty, like he was just
All he
ready to
was
go.
thirsty.
Can you tag people in our live?
Mhm.
Can you tag? I don't know if she follow us on that. I think Zipporah.
All right.
I thought you was gonna say one of them weird ass names like "Get your man back in blood."
She trying to find us on live. She saying she can't find it.
I'll probably stop it right now.
You stopped the live.
Yeah, because I'm trying to look for some more topics. Okay, so this is what a punk posted earlier. I used to listen to what women said they wanted in men when I was younger. Then I watched them give vagina to men who did the exact opposite. React.
Women love lies.
They love what?
Lies.
Okay. Can you elaborate?
If a woman say like, look, the average woman gonna tell you, I want a good man, a hardworking man who love his family. That man can come up to them and they gonna look at him like he weird or something. But then a nigga that be, I'm gonna be this guy, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna give you this and do that. They fall for that. I don't know why. It's just the
What do you mean they fall? What are they falling for?
bad guy.
Okay.
Just the bad guy.
Well, like I'm in
image.
these streets. I'm,
Yeah.
Because they
yeah,
come in a wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm a great guy. Let me take you out to
Hell
this dinner. Let me show you this. And then the minute you give them some, right after that, they do that pivot. Like, oh, well, now I'm crazy and I'm going to stalk you. And if you talking to somebody else,
So,
I'm going to find out.
Can I ask you
You ain't
this?
talking about street dudes.
So when you see
Street dudes
the
be
bad guy, why is the bad guy always getting picked if he's doing exactly what the good guy is doing?
Because they doing the same thing.
Then why the good guy never get picked?
Cause it's kind of like a roulette. I don't know if you the good guy, but you actually the bad guy. I don't know if you the bad guy, but you actually playing the good guy.
I don't know.
But the
And-
point is, y'all
Shit.
picked. But the point is, the
And
bad
you
guy
also-
picked
Constantly
more.
get
And you also have to think about it. The bad guy is always the one that's going to run up first. He's going to shoot his shot first, for sure. He see you on Instagram. I like that. I want that. I'm sending a message
That might be
now.
true.
The good guy is going to take his time because he want to figure out how to get in there, how to make it meaningful. He wants to get to know you as a friend before he comes in as your partner because that builds a stronger relationship. I
That's
know
something the
everything
good guys
about
not.
you.
I mean, the bad guy's not
Hold
doing.
on, yeah, let her keep going. Let her keep going.
But that's you asking me why he get picked first, because he's the first one out the gate. He running quick towards you, so and then he's bombarding you every day. Hey, beautiful, what you doing? I'm trying to take you out. At some point, you gonna cave because it's like I gotta get this nigga off my phone. So yes, you could take me out for dinner, and yes, we could go hang out. And he's gonna come in and play cool the whole time, poker face. I don't even know you the villain yet. And then as soon as you take your clothes off and do the business, and then you come out that next day, it's gonna be ghosting, then it's gonna be gaslighting, it's gonna be the whole game.
So watch this. Why not pass the nigga that jumped out the gate real quick?
Because if you've been single forever, you gon'
So you impatient.
Yeah.
So you could have took your time with the other, because you just differentiated bad from good. Just gave us a
and
whole
if you really
list
think
of
about
this,
it, when
that.
the good guy comes in, he's like, well, I was actually going to take care of you. What does she always say? Well, you should have been quicker than that. You should have came
Should have
in.
been quicker than that.
Right.
Boy,
You should have been sprinting.
patient. You just said they gonna jump out the box and they shooting at you quick, and it's gonna look like this, and that.
But then you also, like, as a woman, if you've been single for so long and somebody finally come in and they saying all these nice words to you, that makes you feel some type of way. And that is also blinding, because I haven't had somebody call me beautiful in years, and here you are saying it to me every minute. Why would I wait and see if somebody else gonna do that?
Is hey beautiful manipulative?
It can be.
Why?
Because some girl gonna want to be called cute and beautiful.
Do you think you cute and beautiful?
I do.
So
but
how the hell I'm manipulating you?
But
I'm
if
just
you
telling
talking-
you, if you think you
Punk.
beautiful, you don't think I think you
Punk.
beautiful.
We talked about this. They need validation.
But if you think you beautiful,
That don't matter.
me telling you beautiful
This
this
is
girl
manipulating
next to me
you.
might not think that she beautiful. She might have this
We
really
ain't talking
horrible
about the girl
vision
next to
about
you.
herself.
How
But that's
I'ma
the girl
manipulate
that's
you on
getting
how you
that's
feel.
the girl who's getting the messages that's saying hey beautiful and calling her cute every day. That's the girl.
It's the ones that ain't cute and beautiful.
Yes, those girls that the ones that post the pictures all the time, they use all the filters, they look cute in every photos. Those are oftentimes the ones that need that validation the most. So if you come in there hot, you giving it to me right now, why would I wait for Mr. Nice Guy over here to get the courage to say it to me? You saying it to me right now?
Hold on. So is the girl posting all the pictures and needing that validation, looking for the bad guy because he gonna be on that
She's
quick?
looking for somebody.
Well, she found them,
Every
and he's trash.
Every time.
Because he's somebody. He here. I sent him a friend request. He accepted it immediately. And then he
You
got
sent
on
him a
here.
friend
And he
request.
or
Nah,
they
he sent it. He
You
sent
know
it.
he sent it
Yeah,
first.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
sent it first. See, that was a mistake.
We ain't got no. We got maybe one mutual. You sent me a message because you like how my profile picture look. I let you in.
Why did you post that
My
profile
page
picture?
is probably private, so you want to see what's on
You was
there.
looking for. You was
It
looking
could
for
be-
somebody.
It could be a nice profile picture.
You
Right.
was looking for
True.
somebody.
It don't have to be provocative. You made it sound provocative.
So
Right.
if it wasn't provocative, maybe he really thought she was beautiful. She just said it'd be the ugly ones constantly posting pictures, trying to make themselves look good with
I didn't say it
filters.
was the ugly ones. I said it was girls that post a lot of pictures that use those filters that enhance how they look.
Yeah, that's catfish.
I think you used the word ugly, but I can't remember exactly, so I'm gonna
when we
let that
watch
one
the
slide.
pod, we'll see.
But yeah, I'm gonna let that slide because I don't quite remember. But you posting that stuff because you trying to attract those dudes, because you know those the dudes that's
I don't
finna be
think it's
thirsty.
that. I don't think everybody posts to get that one thirsty dude. They're all thirst traps. No, I think some people
So
they
if you don't want that one
wanna
thirsty
share-
dude, why you go for the first dude?
Cause he the first. Cause he's the somebody.
Thirsty, the first thirsty dude.
But I'm saying, like, I'm not posting because I want that one thirsty dude. I know he out there and I'm waiting for him to fall for this trap. Not every picture is a thirst trap. It's just a nice picture. I took this selfie. I'm feeling cute. I'm going to put it on here and it's for everybody to enjoy.
So he enjoyed it and said, "Hey, beautiful."
Right. And if I'm that type of person where I haven't had that kind of interaction with somebody, with a man in a while, and you finally give that validation to me and you're finally giving me that attention that I've been looking for, I'm not necessarily fishing for it on the internet, but I've been hoping for it, then yeah, I am going to let you have your chance. I'm gonna let you run your.
Just say, "Hey, beautiful fellas."
So, did we ever go over that topic?
Just say, "Hey, beautiful."
Cut it out. Does society teach men to lie to women?
I don't think we did.
Yes.
But they do.
Yes.
Society teach
Yes.
men a lot of women.
Yes.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
okay.
What you want me to tag?
But Zipporah.
I don't think I follow her because I'm on my.
Oh, you on your line? Maybe she thought we was under the save it for the booth, so she was trying to link.
I don't think I.
Women like to hear lies. Men like to see lies.
That's true. I've never agreed with
Say-
this
hey, say
statement.
that again.
What you mean, see live?
Philosopher,
Them fake bodies.
We like to
philosopher
see
Big
lies.
Homie.
Them ain't
I need to hear
lies.
that one more time. Philosopher Big Homie.
Women like to hear lies, and men like to see lies. We like to see a woman with makeup. We like to see them.
You
Most
don't
men
like to see a woman with makeup.
women with makeup. Like to see them with fake bodies. Women like to see. Men like to see women.
With the fake nails, you like
all
the
that.
nails,
We like
the eyelashes,
nails,
the hair.
eyelashes. Look, she know what I'm talking about. Women like to hear lies. We can sell them a dream, and they know for a fact that that's not true. But they love to hear it, and we get right where we need to be by telling them whatever they want to
Hey,
hear.
beautiful.
Exactly. We can say whatever as long as it fit what they like to
I know
hear.
the name of this one.
Yeah, I prefer natural. So I don't identify with that, but yeah, I guess yeah.
But does
It's kinda
society teach men to lie to women?
true. Absolutely.
Yes.
You get
If
what
a
you
woman
want.
asks
You tell
how they
them what
look
they
in a
wanna
dress,
hear,
you don't
it'll
tell them,
open all
you
the
look
doors.
baby. No, you tell them, oh yeah, that look nice. Like, no, you ain't gaining weight. You good. Society teach that.
Meanwhile, women be, you getting a little big over there.
Got a dad bod. You getting a dad bod.
So, hey, we about at an hour, y'all. What y'all think? Y'all got what? Y'all, anybody got anything else they want to say? Any more topics? Y'all want to end it here? Y'all still feeling vibey? What's going on?
I'm always vibey,
Wait,
but
can I ask Killer Cam a question?
Go ahead. Let's get to
If
it.
you
Absolutely.
had a choice, 400,000 cash right now, or flip a coin for 40 billion, what you doing?
I'm flipping that coin. I'm sorry. I'm
you.
flipping the coin. I'm also a sore loser, so I already know if I get it, if I flip that coin and it's not what I want to be, you might as well clear the path because I'm lighting all this
Raising
shit
hell.
on fire. I'm
Killer
flipping the
Cam coming
table.
really out. She killer bringing
I'm
that killer
actually
out.
gonna become the killer, but I know that if I get it, we gonna be set. I already got a list of things I'm ready to
I've been
do.
asking people that since I heard it because it's amazes me that people really will take the 400,000
Yeah,
without
bro.
risking it.
I heard
Give me
something
that
similar
400
to that.
rap.